across the battlefield, across the Imperial side, then crossing the center part of the battlefield and moving to the other side. Del, can you roll me another acrobatics so we can see how Morgan is doing as the pilot of this ship?
I'm using my last luck point because if we go down in a blaze of glory,
I was going to say, you have a co-pilot right now, so you can save that luck point and you will have advantage on this roll because there are two of you. He's using his action to help. He stopped telling people other plans.
Thank you so much. That's another nat one that I reroll.
Thank goodness.
Oof. Oh, fuck.
Rooney.
So it is a 12.
A 12. Okay. Let me get out your ship stats. Okay.
People shoot harder on this side.
This is piloting to establish armor class?
Yes.
Can I cast a spell in a way it's not meant to be cast? By
give me your
spending
pitch.
maybe more spell slots or something. The renamed here, I believe, is Kind Shield? K-I-N-E?
Mm-hmm.
Kind?
Yep.
Yeah. That is D&D Shield. It's a reaction spell.
Psychokinetic shield, yeah.
Yeah. Where my armor class is on myself. It's a level 1 Psyker ability, and it gives +5 to armor class. Can I expend more spell slots to shield
How many do you
the
have?
vessel? I have 4 level 1 spell slots and 2 level 2 spell slots.
And what's the level of spell?
It's a level 1 spell slot, or level 1 spell.
Spend it as a level 2, and I'll allow you to protect this ship. This is small enough that I think you could actually functionally do that. It wouldn't necessarily protect like the wings as much as the central core, but it's that classic where they show where ships can get hit and you're covering the people part, which is the key thing to this. So yes.
Don't you ever roll a D20?
Oh, that's a good
Thank
point.
you for the reminder. Thank you. That's a 10.
Nice.
All right. You're just staying away from those ones. That's all you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So people are firing at you. The Imperial side rolls a nat 1. So I'm going to say, because it's an Aquila lander, that's going to skip the other shots from the Imperial section. They just fire and then immediately stop seeing the shape of the plane and realizing it must be from the Arbites.
Who true silver deposits?
Instantly. Center of the battle. Miss. Miss. And another miss. Okay, didn't roll above an 8 there. And then the heretic side. Which will be a miss. That's a miss. These dice are bad, but that one will make it through, so your ship will take 30 damage to your ship, but it has 250 health.
Oh my God, we're laughing.
We're chill.
And then as you suffer some other rocket attacks, that one will be a hit.
Uh-oh, okay. We're not
We'll
laughing.
do 22 damage.
Okay.
And then we have the final volley here as you cross this barrier, which will miss. Okay, you've been effectively flying forwards when you hear a voice come through your comm beads. Great work with the data spike. We can make this happen. I've got a point from the Arbites where apparently their lander crashed. That's what we know, where the first one crashed. The other team must have been sent there, so I'm putting this through to your ship now.
Thank you, Closet. Anything else we need to know?
It's a great question. It's just, I don't know why I named the character and I still
No,
can't
it's
get
fine.
over it.
It's just
a
funny.
serious name.
That's everything I know for now. You can check in, but go to that location. We can figure it out from there. I'm going to try to figure out an exfiltration in case you have to move further in or your ship doesn't make it.
Perfect. Over and out.
On YouTube, how the hell does that work? 10 concurrent viewers and have 3 views?
Roll again.
Great. We will keep the +5.
What kind of math is that?
It's a reaction until it's like my turn again.
Great. You're not flying the plane, so I will say you were in the back just sweating, holding on to this thing.
I imagine Damien has stood up and he's basically just put his hands on like the hull of the ship and is just sort of pressing his willpower into it, just sort of inspired, not necessarily inspired, but led to think about his righteousness, the holiness of his powers, and the question of whether they are indeed holy or heretical. He was raised for so many years to believe that he was working miracles and then was led down a different path after encountering Kestrel. And I think a lot of the tests that he underwent were more of the like warp manipulation, less down the path of miracles, more like how destructive is this psyker? How dangerous is this psyker? And so to try and summon forth the more like restorative and protective powers is just sort of like came about from Solomon talking about how the Emperor protects. And it's a test of faith. The Emperor protects the righteous. I'm testing my righteousness and the righteousness of this inquisitorial band.
That's lovely. The spell maintains, but yes, roll again.
Great. Do I have?
You have advantage. You still have your co-pilot is ready. The judge, right there.
Ooh.
I will take that one. So that's
Maybe I should try and sell this thing.
that's 24,
Which becomes
29.
Damn. While Solomon notices Damien obviously doing something, Solomon has divine sense. So he can use one of his channel divinities to detect warp presences and detect whether or not they are holy, unholy, or alien.
Wow, this will solve a lot of Damien's problems right here and now.
So that's what, like, based on sort of the things that the Damien and because I think he's experiencing some kind of self-doubt.
well, yeah. You've been told psychers are unholy now, and you thought they were
right?
friendly, and
So he's going to pop that off, and he's going to attune it on Damien, and he's going to try and see what he can get out of that, and see if he can understand whether or not that's holy or unholy or what that means.
Yeah, once I hit level 45, I can try queuing to Sulfuroc. That's gonna be cool. I like that dungeon.
I mean, yeah, naturally anybody would be.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You
And then I'm almost... I'm only 3 levels below what I was on Turtle WoW.
with your dedicated, faithful sight, you are looking at Damien, and you are seeing the powers channeling through him and the powers that are currently protecting this vessel, because you see this hail of weapons firing at this ship from below, and you have a tremendously capable pilot, there is no question, but you are seeing missiles.
Oh, we don't have any...
Aircraft fire. You are seeing glass cannons, and at the same time, you are seeing 3 of them.
Anyone that can use it online? Maybe they have not.
You see another one miss. Then you see one absorbed by the Kind Shield, where it comes right at the window of the ship, hits this crackling energy and disappears. And then you see another one blast through the defenses, and it will do 18 more damage to your ship. Still, the energy of it being dissipated, and you see each of these blows being absorbed by this shield, rocking Damien, who is sweating profusely, battling to keep this shield up. And
God damn, so much drops.
The work that Damien is doing, the power that he is summoning, is of the warp. It, in and of itself, is unholy.
Gonna sell it.
Sorcery. This shield itself is unholy. Yet it is protecting the people inside this Aquila lander. Without it, you would be dead. All of you would be dead. Which raises the most important question for you, Solomon, as you look at Damien himself, which is, the magic is unholy, but is the man. And because of the roiling energy bursting forth, because of this warp energy pouring forth from the center of him, this unholiness that he is channeling to protect this team, you can't tell.
I think that's something he's just going to keep to himself. That's just he's doing other things on the ship. I assume putting out little fires, helping when he can, but just keeping that loose eye and seeing that sort of dichotomy happening at the same time is a note that he'll keep for later.
You take that knowledge with you as you all fly forwards, getting past the battlefield, past the front lines, and you're heading towards this signal point that has been built into the display. This can be seen by both you, Morgan, and clearly by you, Judge Rex. You know that this is the site where the original transport lander crashed. This is where the Arbites lost track of their prisoner, so it was likely the place where their own team was sent to recover it.
I don't have any wool
Rapidly.
that my guildie need.
Do you want to land right next to it? Do you want to land a little bit away from it so you can get in close? Do you want to do a flyby pass first? It's really up to the two of you because you're the ones at the instruments to be able to make this call. Because behind you, one person is keeping up a kind shield, desperately protecting the ship, and the other is learning a lot more about the universe than he ever thought he'd learn.
I have a question based on what we can see from an aerial view.
Yes.
The ground, where this beacon is, where the ship may have been. I'm trying to see if we can see footsteps, if it's in blowing dust or if it's in like mud or earth.
So you're at the edges, you're heading towards the edges of the hive zone. So at the edges of where it's extending down and into kind of hab blocks and other things that are outside of the traditional underhive. They're clearly extensions that have been built outwards from the city to capture some of amongst the wasteland you're now seeing of collapsed buildings and other destruction, and just the destruction of general large areas because the Imperium has been firing artillery overhead. You don't know what's going to be capable in terms of tracking. It'll really depend on the area. If there's a direct hit, you could lose the path to someone altogether, but there is waste, there is rubble. You would expect that you could track footprints. This seems like a pretty solid environment. You don't know the exact crash site. You're still heading towards it, and you'd have to do a flyby to actually see what specifically is there. But this does not seem like a place where, outside of a couple of roads that apparently have been cleared by the cult, and you're seeing trucks and other transportation vehicles full of people waving weapons, and you don't know what they're saying, but you're blasting past them. It's clear they are still sending troops to the front line, and they are still semi-patrolling these areas, but you are now past the front. There are also swaths of emptiness.
Morgan would look over and seeing the judge, his mouth set, no other expressions really. She's in her mind like, I have to learn more about his body language so I can tell what he's thinking. But she says, I'm going to do a passover for reconnaissance. Can you keep your eyes peeled?
Roger that.
And I think we'll do one pass by, and then in her mind she's thinking landing a little further away is superior, but we will see. She will lean towards what the judge thinks once he sees more.
Fantastic. So you take yourself forwards. At this point, you are well away from the front lines. You haven't received surface-to-air fire in a while. Your expectation would be, and by a while, I mean like 90 seconds. It's not like, oh, we had a sweet hour there. But you would expect to hit more at the hive in the distance, but you're in this mid-ground as you close in, and you do a quick pass. Are you taking this slow, or are you trying to just crack shot over it so they don't know you would be thinking of stopping?
I want to take it fast enough that it seems like we're a flyover and not going to stop.
Fabulous. Would you tell everybody to look, or are you and the judge the ones looking?
I think seeing like the crackling of the shield and that sort of stuff, and my servitor is in the back, so I think I can flip on and be like, it seems Damien's busy.
Correct. Damien does appear busy. And Solomon is sitting in his seat just staring at Damien, just wide eyes taking in the scene.
Yeah, I think if she sees that, she's concerned that it's bad. So it's, Brother Solomon, get up here, please.
And he snaps out of it. Yes, Inquisitor Rawls.
Brother Solomon, that's incorrect, and also do not say that. Brother, just call me Morgan.
Morgan, yes, Morgan.
We're doing a flyby. Keep your eyes open. You've
Absolutely.
been good at that.
Yes.
Can I get a perception from all of you? I will say advantage for the judge because you know what's going on. Solomon, your roll is going to be flat. Morgan, yours is going to be at disadvantage because you're also flying the fucking
makes
plane.
total sense.
No roll?
You are focused on the shield.
Got it.
23.
God, how many nat ones can I roll?
Hmm.
Okay, that is a 10.
16.
Okay, 10, 16, and it was
23.
23.
Ooh.
Okay.
Peepers.
Boy.
Morgan, you are flying more than you're able to see this, but you can see that there is a downed lander. There is a little bit of smoke coming off of it still, but not enough to leave a plume, which makes you think that it happened some time ago. Then we've got Brother Solomon. You are looking down and seeing that there are figures among this wreck. Clearly something is happening here. You're not entirely sure what as you pass by, but it's happening actively. Judge, you've looked at a lot of crime scenes and you know exactly what to look for. Your brain almost moves faster when you are shifting towards combat. When you look down, you can see that there are somewhere between 5 to 7 cultists surrounding this landing craft, and they are actively pulling people out of it. You're not sure who. You can only see 2 figures being hauled out right now, but you have cornate cultists carrying sickles hauling people out of a crashed lander.
Are they leading any of them to a certain direction? Can I see where these cultists are heading? Like, is there a specific direction?
It doesn't look like they're tying them up or planning to haul them further. It seems like they're pulling them out of the lander. Your guess would be something very fatal is going to happen pretty soon.
Okay, well, great. Okay, that's the information we have to go off of. We're going to have to, I figure we're going to have to just drop right near the craft. We can't do the cautious approach. So I'm going to just, I'm going to say as much. I'm just like, we do a drop here. We must get down there and get to work.
What did you see?
Nothing good. Cultists taking people out of the crashed lander.
That makes sense to me. Understood.
Fabulous. You saw that there is space next to where this lander crashed. It plowed through a building and then into almost a miniature square between buildings. So you could go in and physically try to land next to it, or taking in the controls because you have experience and the judge can point these out to you. It's actually possible for you to set this Aquila lander to auto hover and for you all to rappel down. So the whole team could go and it would just hold position about 20 feet off the ground over where this is using its anti-grav gens. This is a very good one.
That seems too cool not to do.
That's 100% the correct
too cool
answer.
not
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, then we will rappel down at it. That seems better than them being able to hit it with hacksaws or whatever they have. And she's gonna pull it back up and say, "Everyone, we are going into combat right now."
You can auto-program this in a pleasant way. So you can all actually get hooked up to your rappels, situate yourselves over the back area where the seating is, which will open up to allow you to rappel down. And the Aquila lander will hover itself over. So the moment it hits into position, all four of you can go. So you have this brief moment of full coordination before the assault. What do you say to each other as you are all rigging yourself in to go down? The only person who's repelled in this exact way is the judge. Morgan, you have rappelling experience.
Mm-hmm.
You will both need to help the other two who have never rappelled in their lives.
Great.
You're going to be doing a drop. Breathe out as you're going down. Otherwise, you're going to be taking in a lot of air and a lot of particulate and a lot of bugs.
While the judge is speaking, because obviously he likes to pontificate, Morgan is like, all right, she goes to both boys one at a time. Make sure all the straps, everything's hooked right, tug, make sure they're positioned in. Next boy, make sure all the actual physical specifics are done because he's going to take time.
So you explain about the particulate. They're getting strapped in, so give them all the information they need. Morgan's got the physical work.
Great. All right. This is going to be close combat. We're not dealing with a lot of long-distance weapons, so just get in, follow my lead, and hopefully this turns out well.
Is there any concern about sightings of a witch amongst the party? Or am I to remain more...
There are cultists down there. You could just be a cultist. Just be careful. We are looking for survivors and we need to get our asset.
I don't know why I'm dancing around this. Can I get off the fucking chain and burn some heretics?
Yes, Damien.
Grand.
Anything else from the group? Brother Solomon remains silent, focused on combat. Morgan's there. Cyber Mastiffs don't need no rappelling gear. They can just jump this, no problem. And your Aquila lander hovers around the corner silently into place, and you all drop. Can you all please roll me initiative?
$19.
Ooh, very nice.
23.
Jesus. Badass.
That's
okay.
awesome. 17.
18.
The
Wow.
babies.
Yeah,
My
ready to
boy
go.
squash.
Ready to go.
17, 18, 19, and 23?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Okay.
We got the drop,
incredible.
huh?
Yeah. You got the brother at 18. So, you also are in an interesting circumstance because of abilities that your team has, which is two of you have an ability where they can willingly trade their place in the initiative order with others.
Right.
So if you want to switch right now, Morgan, then the judge, then the brother, then Damien, But you could switch that to literally anything if you voluntarily wanted to change. So it's just a question of who wants to go when.
Who else can do that? You can do that too?
Oh, again?
Yeah, the judge
The
and
judge
Brother
has it
Solomon
too?
can both
Yeah.
do that.
Cool.
I think if it's amicable to you, Morgan would want the judge to go in hammer down first.
Sure.
Fabulous. So the judge is now at 23 and Morgan is at 19.
Perfect.
And then are you happy with yourself going next?
Unless you want me to go.
It doesn't matter to me.
It's up to
yeah.
you.
He would like to, he wants to get in. Brother Solomon wants to, this is go time. So he's ready to go. So if anybody wants to let him go next, he'd go right after the judge.
Great.
Who's
You're
it?
already there. So it's just happening.
Yep.
We love that for all of you. And Damien
So
is last.
Damien,
Yep.
Bringing
And
it
I
up.
will see if anybody can roll higher than you guys. No, none of them can. Okay, so they're all going to go
Randomly
after you, which makes that
Doink,
really
doink,
easy. And one of them rolls a nat 1, so I'm going to say the judge lands on him. Judge, can you roll me a d6?
Funk.
3.
Okay, there is 3 damage to the cultist currently underneath the judge who you land on. Actually, I'm going to add 3 to that. It's 6 damage to that cultist. Because they are taking a beating, getting crushed. They are all turning to look at you. You are seeing as you take in this combat zone, as you land, there is rubble. The lander is crashed, and they have hauled out. You see one dead body of like a landing crew. You're seeing flight crew being hauled out of this. There are no signs of Arbites. You're not seeing Talos Ivo. None of these are Mechanicus. They all seem to be Navy jumper-styled flight crew. One of them, brutally tortured, mark of corn, which would be recognized by Morgan, and our friend the judge. It just would make Damien feel tremendously sick, and ditto for you, Brother Solomon, carved into the body. The others were clearly being lined up for the same style of sacrifice. But above them, standing over them, are 5 cultists. You're seeing symbols, cornate symbols, as well as just slashes over their own bodies. They're all wearing, some of them workers' robes, some of them more religious robes, some of them just seeming like citizens, but they've torn it all open to just be able to bleed more as this has happened, carrying daggers and other implements from their homes. You're seeing a butcher knife. You're seeing a farmer's sickle. You're seeing somebody with just a broken pool cue in each hand. They're just ready to throw down completely desperately with a blood priest. You're seeing somebody who's twice the size of the rest, like the bodybuilder style. That person is carrying just an absolutely brutal sword. You're seeing a sword that's gnarled almost like a tree as it extends from their hand, but it's just brutally carved and serrated, clearly to carve out as much blood as possible. That blood priest is standing over one of the flight crew. The other 2 are up against the plane. 5
It sure takes quite a while.
of you as you land where you land. I will say that you land in the order of your initiative, so it's really easy to figure out where you are. Judge, you were first, and you've already landed on a cultist who's under you.
Great.
What do you do?
There is 1 hostage alive.
3.
3 hostages alive.
3 hostages you can see that are alive, 1 that is dead.
How close is the nearest one?
They are 25 feet from you.
Okay. Cool. I'm rushing to the nearest one. My speed is 30 feet. So
Yep, you can get there.
I'm withdrawing my shield and in one hand, and I have my mace, my shock maul in the
Hell
other. And just yelling.
Amazing. Guttural animal sounds coming out of you as you charge. There is a hostage with the blood priest over them, and there is a hostage with a cultist over them. Are you charging the blood priest or the cultist?
I'm. Jesus Christ.
You're frothing at the mouth. You're roaring. I believe in you. Don't get defeated by this option.
I'm doing the blood priest.
Hell yeah, get in there. Okay, you're charging forwards, and you get to attack. What are you attacking with?
I'm going to use my shock maul.
Fantastic. Roll me your attack.
Okay, so that's 1d8 plus 4.
You got to roll to hit, so that's
Roll a
D20.
D20
That's
first,
right.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay, that's I rolled a 16. I don't add this to it.
You
though.
do.
Oh, I do. Oh, hi, yes. That is 22.
A sound hit. Please roll your damage.
Thank you. 1d4. Thank you, Daddy. 1d8.
Didn't expect a daddy there,
I
Tyler?
did not.
Okay, 1d8.
That was
That's
right
a
face to
4
make.
plus that's a plus 4. That's 8.
8 damage to the blood priest. I believe you also have weapon mastery. Do you want to use the mastery of your weapon in this case?
Yes.
Is that sap?
So that's sap. So once I hit the enemy, they'll have disadvantage until I start the next turn.
Fantastic. So you hammer your shock maul into this blood priest, who normally enjoys being hit because it creates more blood, and you see him almost go, oh, and then the electricity kicks in. He will have disadvantage on all of his attacks until your next turn. And Rex 2, leaping out of this Aquila lander. Does he follow you into combat with the blood priest, or where do you send him?
I'm sending him just to...
That woman, every time the GM says something, she's like,
Canine form slams into the ground and sprints forwards. If any of you have ever seen any of the tests they do with these dogs, like dog agility, they're that fast, and Rex 2 is that fast. It is scary how fast dogs can be, and he makes his attack. You've got his stats sheet, so roll your attack against this cultist.
Okay. So that will be... that's... Where is it here?
At the bottom is bite.
At the bottom is bite. Thank you. Roll +3. Okay. That's going to be a 19.
19 will definitely hit. Roll the bite damage as his chain blades bite into this cultist.
1d6 plus 1. Okay. I'm coming, motherfucker!
Is that the dog saying
That's the
that?
dog. That's the dog. All you hear is
Just making sure.
That's a 3 plus 1, 4.
So he will do
Oh.
4 damage.
Pardon me? Oh, yeah, and it's piercing damage. The target has the prone condition.
Yeah, so not only does he do damage and leave this cultist bleeding heartily as the chain blade jaws bite deep, he tackles him off the hostage and pins him on the ground. So he's over him, just tearing into the torso of this cultist. Up next, we have Morgan. You slide down and join in the combat. There's a cultist at your feet the judge stomped on. You have a cultist currently being eaten by Rex 2. The blood priest is engaged with your associate, one might say, your operative, the judge. Other cultists are preparing for combat. What do you do?
Great. What are the rules if I were to fire long distance into close combat? Is that cannot be done? Like, I don't know what happens.
That's a great question. Let me check the rule book in case they have rules for this
Great.
in D&D 2024. Based on what we can discover on Reddit, because there's no specific example in the handbook or the DM's guide, I like the idea of this providing cover. So we'll just add +2 to the AC of the target that you are aiming for. I will note we will up the risk factor a little bit because I think that can be fun too. On a 1 or a 2, it will be a crit failure and you can hit the wrong person.
Great. Let's do it.
Fantastic.
Let's do it. So, Morgan, just thinking about cults and things in general and seeing that these are normal people with normal implements versus this blood priest. She thinks, blood priests go down, maybe people scatter more, maybe people more scared without this main leader. So she would like to shoot over the judge's shoulder with a rifle into the blood priest.
You're firing your long last at that range. This is within your regular range. Also, because you have an ally within 5 feet of your target, you will have advantage, which will activate sneak attack for you. So please attack with advantage.
Yes, and I also have a special skill from my being an assassin / interrogator, is that during the first round of combat, if sneak attack hits, it does extra damage to someone who hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
And the
Only
blood,
on the first
the
turn.
blood priest has not taken that move yet. He has been brutally mauled and is currently being electrocuted.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
Fuck yeah, Del.
See ya
Fuck
later.
yeah.
How many D6s do you need?
Oh my god.
Plus your bonus
Okay.
damage. This is all happening.
Oh my god.
So the bonus
time to be
damage
alive.
is +7.
Okay, so that's a modifier, so we don't adjust
That's why
that.
I'm like keeping it separate. And then I get 1d6 of normal damage plus sneak attack is 2d6. So this is 3d6.
Fabulous. So we're doubling that. 66 is your total damage on a crit hit, +7 because that's your magic
That's
modifier.
correct.
I love that.
Exactly.
Do you want to roll all
Yeah,
6
give me 'em all.
together? That's what I was going to ask.
And you don't double the modifier on a crit?
You don't double the modifier. It's just doubling the
The,
dice.
the die pool.
Sure.
6, 6, 4, 12, 16 plus 7.
23.
23 damage.
Hachi-machi.
Very nice. You fire your long last from where you stand, and it tears the jaw and part of the throat completely off of this blood priest as he is struggling. Arterial blood begins to spray. He does not go completely down, but he is clearly going to die soon. The question is, how much more damage does he need to suffer to make that happen? Or can he make you suffer in the process? He's on the way out, though. Definitely. Is there anything else you want to do, Morgan?
Morgan's going to move up a bit. I don't want to be standing directly on top of this other cultist, if it's possible for me to move away.
You've got 30 feet of movement, so you can go in any
Great.
direction.
I'm going to just...
Do you want to go back and duck into one of the buildings, the smash down buildings that the flyer had come through to give yourself cover and be out of physical combat?
That sounds great. That sounds lovely. Let's do that. So she's down, she shoots, and then disappears back
Bam,
the way.
into the building. Do you have cunning actions, I believe?
I do.
Do you want to roll a stealth and hide?
Yes, I do. Oh, it's not great.
But that modifier, though.
12.
12. Any cultist will have to beat that 12 to even know you are on the battlefield currently. Otherwise, just a crack shot must have come out of the plane. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying what this party can do. Brother Solomon, you hit the ground just after Morgan.
Bang. And then there's a cultist right there.
Cultist right on the ground.
I think he sees the blood priest engaged with no jaw, and then everybody else is going to run, and I think he's just going to look at that one closest and say, ooh, and just like rain the greatsword down on him.
Fantastic. Make your attack. You will have advantage. He's prone and injured.
The first one was a 10, so 17 to hit.
17 will hit. Roll your damage.
Boink. That is 8 plus 6.
Man, that is a dead
14.
cultist. How does this guy die?
I think he just cuts his head clean off. It's just like into the dirt, slunk, and then the head just rolls off down a little sand dune.
Fantastic.
And he's already up looking for the next cultist.
Luckily, there are more on offer. You have killed your first cultist. What do you want to do? Is there anything else? Do you want to move forwards into the crowd? Do you want to stay where you are? What's your plan?
I can't. Morgan disappeared, right?
Yes.
Gone.
Roll me a perception.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
If you even know where she is.
Yeah, I maybe lost track of her. Oh, no, I know exactly where she is. I got
you
a
saw
dirty
her
20.
dash into the building and into cover.
So she went into cover.
Yep,
so
she's 30 feet behind you.
So she's doing her own thing. So he's going to, he'll get up with the judge. He's going to go, stand right beside the judge.
Great. He's charging into combat against this blood priest along with the judge. And last but not least, Damien Proxima, you hit the ground facing off against true heresy.
Yeah. There's this blood priest, which seems like a pretty big, juicy target for him, but 2 of his allies are already there. Who remains?
There are 4 cultists who are actively turning in shock, ready to engage in this combat where it was so perfectly timed by your team. There is a 5th cultist who is down, currently being disemboweled by Rex 2, and there is the blood priest. So there are 4 of these cultists just about to charge into combat who are all fully available for your attention.
If they're grouped close enough together, I think this is a good opportunity for some sorcery to
3
hit.
of them are within about 5 feet of each other.
Great. Let's go ahead with... Yeah, we're going to hit him with a warp fire blast, similar to the little show I put on back in my cell. Just a cone of fire shooting out from my outstretched hands.
Incredible. All right, how does it work? What do I have to roll?
DC save for 3 of them. 14 is the difficulty check.
And is it dex or what is it?
It is dexterity.
Okay, 14.
Hell in the cell.
It's a fail. That is a pass. That is a fail. So 2 of them fail, 1 of them passes. 1 of them manages to dodge out of the way. The others stand there going, what?
And that is... I would just want to check.
I think they still get half damage.
That's right. It is half as much on a
Save, great.
3d6. Whew. 3d6
Nice.
fire. That's a 4 and a 1. I'm going to spend...
He played on heroic with his level 1 and died and transferred his character to the PvE server. did try making it to level 10 for the first achievement. Okay, something happened with the podcast. It stopped. don't have that many more I need to kill to reach level 45. Okay, now something wrong, it's lagging like shit. I think I'm gonna stop the stream for today, and then I will reach level 45, and I will see you most likely tomorrow. Unless I can do something else. Let's see. Yeah, this helped for now.